Yeah, me I say them, man.
Yo,
Yo, Malachi,
And you boys, we are.
Father God bless you. Bad banner.
Yo, Malachi, you got
No. It was a bright and sunny day. Oh, I remember. It was a bright and sunny day. I remember when I met her sometime in September. Colors of the rainbow coming down. The first sun rays such a golden sound. It was a bright and sunny day. I remember when I met her sometime in September. Colors of the rainbow coming down. First sun rays such a golden sound. Could have been a vision I holding on me. Could have been my mind playing tricks and scenes. Could have been the light I sighting on me. Rastafari. Could it really be what I've been searching for? Mama said be careful what you're seeking for. A woman that can cook clean that you're searching for. A woman make good love, she not love make good war. You're seeking for. Now up me look so far. You're seeking for. Now up me look so far. It was a bright and sunny day, I remember when I met her sometime in September. Colors of the rainbow coming down. A first sun rays such a golden sound. It was a bright and sunny day, I remember when I met her sometime in September. Colors of the rainbow coming down. First sun rays such a golden sound. Yeah. I get lost in her eyes like stars in the skies. I can't believe it. Could this really be for real? The way she make me feel, I wanna believe it. And every time she come around, meditation gets stronger. Make it last a little longer. Yeah, she's loving me naturally. The way she shows she cares for me. Oh, she loves his majesty. Oh, she moves majesty. Oh, she moves so freely with virtue. Oh, not yeah. And the heart is so true. So pure and so true. Her heart is so true. So pure and so true. It was a bright and sunny day, I remember when I met her sometime in September. Colors of the rainbow coming down. First sun rays, the golden sound. It was a bright and sunny day, I remember when I met her sometime in September. Colors of the rainbow coming down. First sun rays, the golden sound. Yeah. What if I told you that I love you, girl? What if I told you that I need you, girl? What if I told you you're the only girl? You're the only girl for me and I'm a world, yeah. What if I told you that I love you, girl? What if I told you that I need you, girl? What if I told you you're the only girl? The only girl for me and I'm a world, yeah. Could have been a vision I sight in a dream. Could have been my mind playing tricks it seems. Could have been a light I sight in a beam. Rastafari, love of stream. Could it really be what I've been searching for? Mama said be careful what you're searching for. A woman that can cook clean that you're searching for. A woman make good love, she not love make good war. You're seeking for. Now up you look so far. You're seeking for. Now up you look so far. It was a bright and sunny day, I remember when I met her sometime in September. Colors of the rainbow coming down. Bright sun rays, such a golden sound. It was a bright and sunny day, I remember when I met her sometime in September. Colors of the rainbow coming down. Bright sun rays, such a golden sound. A bright and sunny day, I remember. Lord, it was a bright and sunny day, I remember. Lord, colors of the rainbow
morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening, wherever you're at locally. You're in tune to the Rush Guyana's Industry Show. I am the Afro-Politan with my co-host Martin Al-Ameen. It's Monday, Motivational Mondays. You know how we give it to you right here in the Rush. Good morning. We're going to kickstart your day. And of course, if you're listening to us all the way in the UK, good afternoon to you. Good morning to you, brother. Wagwan, Martin.
Greetings, brother. Greetings. Blessings on a new day, as it's a bright and sunny day.
I'm telling you, bright and sunny day. That's the voice of the Archangel. You know how we do it right here? We give you that different music, that different vibe out of 83,000 square miles. The only place you're going to get that music and vibe is right here. Remember, if you're driving to work today, take it easy. Some people are probably heading from work. It depends on which region of the earth you're on. But of course, stay glued to the Rush. We do it different on a Monday.
Why, fire burn them drugs. Yo, I not DP Records is not lie. Hey, Rasta seed practically, and then me want the proper color. Like everybody popping Molly, then it's bare folly going on in the alley. Rasta seat actually, and then me want the proper color. And them would rather pop a Molly, then it's bare folly going on. For sheer spliff nowadays I just can't bother, cause some in only rolling up the weed with grabber. No, it's all kinds of other things they're putting inside, talking about it make them bother. So there's no love for them one another, and there's no enough for them mama and them dada. Who in sniffing them a swallow? I not just now follow past me chalwa. Rasta seed practically, and then me want the proper color. Like everybody popping Molly, then it's bare folly going on in the alley. Rasta seed actually, them don't support the ganja rally, and them would rather pop a Molly, then it's somebody gonna murder. Hey, if it's not Molly, then the sugar and the eggs, white rum, cocaine and cigarettes, Sprite with cough, syrup and eggs. It's only Jah know where them coming with next. I know we mashing up the youth them head. Them excited when I trigger figure press. Say them want see inside of somebody flesh. Them like when people dead. Why? Rasta seed practically, them me want the proper color. Like everybody popping Molly, then it's bare folly going on in the alley. Rasta seed actually, them don't support the ganja rally, and them would rather pop a Molly, then it's bare folly going on. Enough youths get caught in the web, but this time youth you need to reflect on yourself and show some respect. Your parents' teachings don't forget. Mindful of the friends you select, but influence that get the check. Anytime, anywhere we get the check, you know we step it, get recheck. Hey, Rasta seed practically, and then me want the proper color. Everybody popping Molly, then it's bare folly going on in the alley. Rasta seed actually, them don't support the ganja rally, and them would rather pop a Molly, then yeah, somebody gonna murder. Rasta seed practically, and then me want the color. Everybody popping Molly, then it's bare folly going on in the alley. Rasta seed actually, and then me want the color. Like everybody popping Molly, then it's bare robbery.
You know how we do on a Monday. We give you that real vibe, that real motivation to that roots music out of 83,000 square miles. Got to say a big shout out to the guy all the way in Kingston, Jamaica. That's Mr. Lang. You know, December the 26th, Sting in Jamaica is going to be kicking off. We're going to talk about that in a second. Oh, got to say, Glue, we got a lot more music that music and that different vibe out of Guyana, South America.
Majesty, Archangel, the fire princess. They said the fire of the blaze. Man take offense and them say can't be too dread nowadays. I and I no fear dirty Bobby wrong. See them and them evil us ways. Them corrupted depart from His Majesty. Highly I Selassie I we pray. Now, Rastaman policy is peace and love. So burn out the enmity, the hate and the grudge. Grudge because the vengeance of the faith don't budge. Because we're born as the warriors of flames and blood. We not go dwell up with the scholars and pigs in mud. Cause anything not right, it get an instant run. Fireball. So wolf are coming like a sheep play clown. Don't think like you're wise like the great Solomon. This is the fire of the blaze. Woman take offense and them say can't be too dread nowadays. I and I no fear dirty Bobby wrong. See them and them evil us face. Them corrupted depart from His Majesty. Highly I Selassie I we pray. Now just weights and balance. When the earth return to naturality. Why man to man is so unjust a pedigree. As it was, you know it never shall be. Hey, just weights and balance. Judgment I go get you, Mr. Wickedy. In a nuclear, in a fair technology. Man to woman, a life energy. Hey, they said the fire of the blaze. Man take offense and them say can't be too dread nowadays. I and I no fear dirty Bobby wrong. See them and them evil us ways. Them corrupted depart from His Majesty. Highly I Selassie I we pray. Now overall, it's hard to be yourself beyond the wall. Cause nowadays no Rasta preaching Paul. That's why them fire on a stall. Liberty is on a string that's so appall. I thought them was a real but that's a fall. Like them na yes a Lassie call. Them sit down in a bar with alcohol. Them choose to stoop to conquer, that's a call. Them quick to sell out like a stall. You look the part but really you're a fraud. Don't call yourself a lion, you're a frog. They said the fire of the blaze. Man take offense and them say can't be too dread nowadays. I and I no fear dirty Bobby wrong. See them and them evil us face. Them corrupted depart from His Majesty. Highly I Selassie I we pray. Now
You know, we do in the Rush feature that real roots music on a Monday to motivate you, kickstart your day. You're wondering what the weather is going to be like in London for today. It's going to be sunny skies in the UK today. Temperature is going to be at 18 degrees Celsius. Precipitation is at 0%. Humidity 53%, and the wind at 13 kilometers an hour. In the Big Apple, New York City, it's going to be sunny skies as well. Temperature is going to be at 13 degrees Celsius. Precipitation 0%. Humidity 74%, and wind at 10 kilometers an hour. In Atlanta, Georgia, it's going to be mostly sunny skies today. Temperature is going to be at 17 degrees Celsius. Precipitation 0%. Humidity 64%, and wind at 16 kilometers an hour. In Toronto, Canada, we're going to have clear skies. Temperature is going to be at 10 degrees Celsius. Precipitation 0%. Humidity 86%, and wind at 11 kilometers an hour. In Antigua and Barbuda in the Caribbean Sea, it's going to be cloudy skies today. Temperatures at 28 degrees Celsius. Precipitation 0%. Humidity 69%, and wind is going to be gusting at 21 kilometers an hour. That's in Antigua and Barbuda. In Guyana, the capital city, Georgetown, the only English-speaking nation on the continent of South America. You know how we do it. It's going to be sunny skies today. Temperature is going to be at 26 degrees Celsius. Precipitation 0%. Humidity 87%, and wind is mild at 5 kilometers an hour. Gotta stay glued to the rush. You know, we do it different each and every day of the week. Make sure you check us out from Monday to Friday, 1 to 4 in the UK, 8 to 11 in the USA, Canada, Guyana, and the Caribbean.
Just before I step in, tell me can you take it? Just before I step in, tell me take it. Hey, now power don't feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them singing we don't see them, because them let the devil mislead them. Yeah, now power don't feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them singing we don't see them, cause them truth no make the devil mislead them.
Hey, I just said that we believe righteous. We are taught the devil of righteous.
Remember sins, they never like us, so in everything we do they spite us. Hey, always just in whom I trust. Me pull up on the blessing for the two side plus. Then me no only so me no tight us. In any second that could smite us. Hey, now far we go feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them see me no see them. Them should no make the devil mislead them. Hey, now far we go feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them see me no see them. Them should no make the devil mislead them. Listen, is the man that forget not the way of the wicked man part. Just be true to yourself. From your heart, no matter what. Where is your strength, Mr. Wicked Man? Like if you the length, we never change your plan. You say not you like is as much, but how you are gonna get crushed. So now far we go feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them singing we don't see them, cause they make the devil mislead them. Now far we go feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them see me no see them. Fire, say, Mama say, we feel obey the price. They already paid the price. Remember, they crucified the Christ. Judge of each other, the dice for the wise. Yeah, I will always keep away from them. Judge yourself and keep away from them. And the youth them come to them pay. Run them, shut down, you want a bomb and gun them. Yeah, now probably don't feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them see me no see them, because they make the devil mislead them. Now probably don't feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them see me no see them, cause them they make the devil mislead them.
God just said that we believe righteous. True, we are taught the devil of righteous. Remember sins, they never like us. So in everything we do, they spite us. Hey, always that in whom I trust. Pull up on the blessing on the two side plus. So we can man tell me who you are try crush. In any second that could smite us. So listen up.
You're tuned in to DJ Malachi, always representing Guyanese music all the time. Jackie Jacks.
Majesty. What? Yeah. Yeah. Nah. Ooh. God so with your badness. We know you're not slackness. This a Rasta business. Ooh. Run, come give me the roots and culture. Chase them vulture. Ooh. Cause so with your badness, we know in a slackness. This a Rasta business. Ooh, run, come give me the roots and culture. Bone vampire entire. It no easy when you try to live upright in a system that's giving you a constant fight. Hey. It no easy when you wake up in the morning and you don't know where your next meal's coming from. Hey. It no easy when you have to hustle and bustle and still can't find your way. Hey. It no easy when a man a watch your pocket and them have a ratchet when them come fi try snatch it. Ooh. Go so with your badness, we know you're not slackness. This a Rasta business. Ooh, run, come give me the roots and culture. Chase them vulture. Ooh, go so with your badness, we know you're not slackness. This a Rasta business. Ooh, run, come give me the roots and culture. Bone vampire entire. Never let a politician grant you a favor. Work for your pay, make them pay for your labor. Check for your brethren and your sister and your neighbor. Time more precious and treacherous, yeah. Them never know Selassie, King of Kings. Them never know the King of Kings, rule of things. Me see vanity in the imagine. Worshipping idols and sin. Ooh, go so with your badness. We know you're not slackness. This a Rasta business. Ooh, run, come give me the roots and culture. Chase them vulture. Ooh, go so with your badness. We know you're not slackness. This a Rasta business. Ooh, run, come give me the roots and culture. Bone vampire entire. Bone vampire entire. Cause with your slackness, yeah. Chase them vulture. Nah. Ooh. Chase them vulture. Ooh.
I love this one coming out of the Archangel. You know, go so with your badness. You know, we encourage you. Drop the badness, pick up the goodness, because we motivate you on a Motivational Monday. You know, he said, never let the politician grant you a favor. Of course, Guyana just finished, concluded the general and regional elections. Of course, we've got the same president. You know, he's been re-elected, Dr. Irfan Ali, president-elect. Got to say congratulations to him on being re-elected the president of the Corporate Republic of Guyana. Of course, we're going to be chatting about that in the second hour. Make sure you stay glued. And of course, you can hit us up on plus 592-6410-945. Leave your comments in the comment section or your questions, or you can hit Martin up on
305-713-8595.
You know how we do it different? It's Monday, and every Monday we motivate you with that great music and that great vibe.
Vision again. RSR, let me tell you what I'm saying. The youth see a lot of them refuse it. But it don't matter, cause I come to put a message in the music. To put a message in the although the youth see a lot of them refuse it, I go put it in the music. Them with the gun down in the ghetto, them abuse it. See, I go put it in the music. Blissful melodies come from heaven, so his praise are given to the king that's given it. And I know many go refuse it. Still I go put it in the music. Before they teach the youths about the ABCs, they teach about the Uzis and the M16s. They mess up the psyche of the young babies who grow up with no respect for the young ladies. So sad, the place get corrupt. My
voice had to raise and I can't stay quiet. And like class to fray, whole place go erupt. Every positive youth, let we blaze a fire. Although the youths, yeah, a lot of them refuse it, I go put it in the music. Them with the gun down in the ghetto, them abuse it, Lord. But I go put it in the music. Blissful melodies come from heaven, so it's praise I give to the King that given it. And I know many go refuse it. Still I go put it in the music. We don't need no forward. Them boy coward. Do it for the likes, but the standards lowered. Following the hype, them abuse them powers. Who go teach the youths them morals? All of them wanna just fly out overseas, jump up on a plane just to mash up on a stage. They just want fame, everybody know the name. I don't fret if the radio to play my song again. I go play it if the youth see a lot of them refuse it, I go put it in the music. Them when the gun down in the ghetto, them abuse it, Lord. But I go put it in the music, cause blissful melodies come from heaven. It's praise I give to the King that given me. And I know many go refuse it. Still I go put it in the music. I go put it in the music. Many get it wrong, but it's more than just a song. Pen the words the right way, you can turn the world around. The world is teaching one thing, while the world teaching the wrong thing. So I go stand for something, and it don't matter what nobody say. Although a lot of them refuse it, I go put it in the music. Them with the gun down in the ghetto, them abuse it, Lord. But I go put it in the music, cause blissful melodies come from heaven, so it's praise I give to the King that's given me. And I know many go refuse it, hey, but I go put it in the, I go put it in the music, hey, put it in the, I go put it in the, I go put it in the music, hey, Judah, I go put it in the, say we go put it in the music, hey, everybody, let we hold our vibes, open your eyes, please don't compromise, hey, you better watch what you're writing, cause it's frightening, the kind of music what the youth and them liking, it's evil spirits what the youth them inviting, lucky they get strike down with lightning, boy it's frightening, the world blighted, the youth could really use a little enlightening, yeah. So I says I go put it in the music, oh Lord. Turn up the music.
Just part of the grind for me to go greater, greater, greater. This what comes before greater, greater, greater. Them say not to them say Sammy, if you never push the gospel, so much money could have made. Alright then, what's the point of singing all them Jesus tune that if you never reap the fame or catch a break? Alright then, and if the God yourself so read and tell me how come you still feel so much
Let's
aggression
it. Please play Malachi. Always representing music all the time.
Mr. Wise inside his own eyes and alive the life he knows by what he finds and observes. Blindly guided by them one fight, for them here to fight them more style like to advise you watch your word, watch your word, watch your word. Intellectual enlightened, bright mind to them only my strike and find Christ usually reach them on. And even though we suffer loss, we know what surely return, cause the glory that we earn in the end is all worth it. Even if you find me buried in the valley, I am not wasting my time. No, he is working on me, don't be sorry for me. This is just a part of the grind for me to go greater, greater, greater. This is what comes before greater, greater, greater. I lost my mama a couple years ago, and me cannot lie, it hurt me so. Them say he who feels it knows, but nothing anyone could do could I ever control me. Yeah, where were you when she couldn't hold on? She couldn't hold on.
couldn't find the strength to fight it. Try to lean on fickle friendships, the relationships I entered, but they all prove detrimental. My help coming from the Lord. I found purpose in my pain and challenging. If God is for us, tell me who can be against it. With Jehovah, there is nothing accidental.
Oh my God, I say even if you find me buried in the valley, I am not wasting my time. No, He is working on me. Don't be sorry for me. This is just a part of the grind for me to go greater, greater, greater. This is what comes before. This what comes before. This what comes before greater. Trying to find a one made me sick. All this pain wanna make me quit. I won't stop till I get my fix. Why you think I done made this trip? I heard that you can make me fit. They say that you can make me lit. Why you sending me to this river? How much time you gonna make me dip? 1 time for my arrogance, 2 times for my pride, 3 for idolatry, 4 for the pain that I'm trying to hide, and 5 is for my vision, 6 to fix my destiny, 7's just to show me processing is necessary. Know this, even if you find me buried in the valley, I am not wasting my time. He is working on me. This is just part of the grind for me to go greater, greater, greater. This what comes before greater, greater, greater. You never let me fall. You hear me when I call. You rolling, lift the rub of my head. You never let me fall. You hear me when I call. No, you rolling, lift the rub of my head. You never let me fall. You hear me when I call. Lift the rub of my head.
Voice of Samuel Madas, Guyanese renowned gospel artist featuring Nathaniel with Greater. And of course, you know, when you go through all them struggles and stuff, it makes you greater, stronger. You know how we do on a Monday? We motivate you. Around this time, we got to give you the news headlines from the DPI. That's the Government Information Service of Guyana for today, Monday. And it reads, Dr. Irfan Ali sworn in as Guyana's 9th executive president. Work to begin immediately to establish law school in Guyana, so says President Ali. President Ali receives international commendations on heels of his 2nd term. Flyover of U.S. military aircraft, symbolic in strengthened Guyana-U.S. relationship. And President Ali says, democracy prevails. This is a victory that excludes no one. Those are the news headlines on the DPI Government Information Service for today, Monday. Of course, you can check them out for more details on the dpi.gov.gy. Gotta stay glued to the rush. We're the only syndicated show out of 83,000 square miles. That's on slamfm.co.uk, Majestic Music Radio, my exclusive radio, Cut and Clear Radio, 97.6, 102.3, Triple R Radio, and Studio M. Gotta say a big good morning to the guys in New York City, in Atlanta, in Canada, wherever you're at, also in the Caribbean and Guyana. You know how we do it different.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He lead me beside the still waters. He lead me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff shall comfort me. Thou prepared the table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
Only I can tell you about the pains I feel. Only I can tell you about the life I live. Only I can tell you about the pains I feel. Only I can tell you about the life I live. From the day I was born, I never had a happy one.
But now the Almighty bless me with my first son. All the walk I've been walking, yet I never run. Him give me the voice, yeah, if do his works. Believe in yourself and in the Most High God. Him guide and protect me on this road I tread. I'm more life, I don't wanna be no fallen soldier. Angel, come over and sing. Holy angel, can tell you about the pains I feel. Holy angel, can tell you about the life I live. Holy angel, can tell you about the pains I feel. Holy angel, can tell you about the life I live. I'm from a place while growing up we never had much. A place where they get to you tap the rubber grip clutch. Yeah, if you watch your step or you can get your face bust. Ask God for guidance, yeah. Though things may rough, there will be better days. And if you're wicked, change your dirty ways, yeah. I can tell you about the Most High, and the Most High can tell you about me. Holy angel, can tell you about the pains I feel. Holy angel, can tell you about the life I live. Holy angel, can tell you about the pains I feel. Holy angel, can tell you about the life I live. From the day I was born, I never had a happy one. But now the Almighty bless me with my first son. All the walk I've been walking, yet I never run. Him give me the voice, yeah, if do his works. Believe in yourself and in the Most High God. Him guide and protect me on this road I tread. I'm more life, I don't wanna be no fallen soldier. Angel, come over and sing. Holy angel, can tell you about the pains I feel. Holy angel, can tell you about the life I live. Holy angel, can tell you about the pains I feel. Holy angel, can tell you about the life I live. Holy angel, can tell you about the pains I feel. Holy angel, can tell you about the life I live. Holy angel.
Only Jah. You know, that's the voice of a phenomenal artist by the name of Negas. You know how we do Mondays, we motivate you. Speaking about motivation, we got our motivational quote of the day comes to you.
And the quote reads, "The success of others should inspire you. The moment it depresses you or makes you angry, you have allowed your evil desires to conquer you." I'll read it again. The success of others should inspire you. The moment it depresses you or makes you angry, you have allowed your evil desires to conquer you. And of course, that quotes come from His Excellency, Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali.
Van Ali. But check this out. I mean, we know for a fact, right? You know, there's something called the 7 deadly sins. One of those sins is jealousy and envy. So in that quote, it says that if you're not inspired by somebody else's success, then what is it? It's got to be envy. So you got to wash out the envy out the heart, you know? And we're going to help to do that today, Monday, with that great music and that vibe. Stay glued. When we get back with you, we're going to give you today's topics. Of course, you can hit me up on +592 641 0945 or leave your comments and questions in the comment section, or you can hit Martin up on
305-713-8595.
This is a warning, my people. Watch how you are seek, watch how you are look, cause some of the things that you may find can work against you. I know, cause I've been searching to find. I couldn't find nobody like you, so nobody could have loved me like you do. I've been searching to find. Nobody Nobody can do it like you. Nobody, nobody. First things first, can I make my boast in you? Jesus, Elohim, can I mention the things that you do? Fierce, you keep on chanting for your people in the spirit, just so we can cut the earth rib. You're making intercessions for we to your Father. I write him say, hold on, Daddy. I know how they feel, touched by the feelings of their infirmities. Eh? Don't take them out of the earth, I beg your pardon. So I tell you I seek when you're searching, searching, searching to find. I couldn't find nobody like you, so nobody couldn't love me like you do. I've been searching, searching, searching to find. Nobody can do it like you. Nobody, nobody. Remember I was there in the furnace when them blaze it up 70 times 7. Just for your sons, yes, you made a way. You showed up, so the fire couldn't burn them, couldn't consume them. Even though the wicked man, them try to school them. For this cause of the cross, yes, you sent me the price you paid. Oh, gosh, him say, hold on, Daddy. Don't take them out yet. There's some people in the earth and they're making those steps for you. Don't take them out of the earth, I beg your pardon. So I tell you I seek when you're searching, searching, searching to find. I couldn't find nobody like you, said nobody couldn't love me like you do. I've been searching, searching, searching to find. I couldn't find nobody like you, nobody, nobody. So brother man stand firm in his might and in his glory. All the part him set before he. And if them tell you that you can't, tell them that you can. One go tell you like a story. Said he's boasting on us in the earth, from way up on his throne. Capture his thoughts and let it be known that there's a great high priest interceding for we. Oh gosh, him say, hold on, Daddy. I know how they feel, I've been touched by the feelings of their infirmities. Eh? Don't take them out of the earth, I beg your pardon. So I tell you I seek when you're searching, searching, searching to find. I couldn't find nobody like you, so nobody couldn't love me like you do. I've been searching, searching, searching to find. Nobody can do it like you. Nobody, nobody. Ah, yes. Brother man, watch how you are seek. Brother man, watch how you are seek. Alright then. Brother man, watch how you are seek. Brother man, watch how you are seek.
Voice of Alan Petty. You know, it's different music, different vibe right here in the Rush Guyana's Industry Show. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Of course, stay glued to the stations with the real vibration. Today, our discussion for today, we're going to be dealing with 4 individual topics for today. One will be the elections results. And unfortunately, there has been a shooting and injury of one of Guyana's social media influencers by the name of Lola Doll. We're going to be talking about that. And I want to talk a little bit about the opposition parties during the election period. And last but not least, I think I need to deal with confronting racism. And I'm talking about it from what we call a black man's perspective. We're going to be dealing with those topics today, right here in the Rush. Again, you can hit us up. Let us know what your thoughts are. Leave your questions or your comments in the comment section. You know how we do it. Different music, different vibe each and every day of the week.
Promise, no promises, me there representing them. Mama Africa, war is calling me. Yeah. So much distance to cover. Oh, before I can see your face again. Yeah. Too long, too far, too long away. Mama Africa, all I wanna do is kiss your face again. Ooh. And I wish that I can run, come now and see you, Run, come see my sister and my uncle and my auntie. Can none of them place wrong, yes, I can be you. Mama Africa, yes, you're calling me. I'm longing for, yeah. Mama, yes, I'm dying for. Dying. And when you see me come running, yes, I'm running for. So when you see me on the road, don't ask. One thing they say in my heart, Mama Africa's love. South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, big up the Yak and go straight back to Mali. From the Sahara down to Egypt, Madagascar out to sea, penetrate from the east. Tanzania and Kenya, big up all Somalis. Africa, where may I say? But tell them Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and a King Selassie, I am set me free. Africa is calling me. I'm longing for. Mama, yes, I'm dying for. And when you see me come running, yes, I'm running for. So when you see me on the road, don't ask. One thing they say in my heart, Mama Africa's love. So much distance to cover before I can see your face again. Too long, too far, too long away. Mama Africa, all I wanna do is kiss your face again. Ooh. I wish that I can run, come now and see you. See you. Run, come see my sister and my uncle and my auntie. Can none of them place wrong, yes, I can be you. Yeah. Mama Africa, yes, you're calling me. I'm longing for. Yeah. Mama, yes, I'm dying for. And when you see me come running, yes, I'm running for. So when you see me on the road, don't ask. One thing they say in my heart, Mama Africa's love. I'm longing for. Mama, yes, I'm dying for. Yeah. And when you see me come running, yes, I'm running for. So when you see me on the road, don't ask.
What's a promise? No promise. You gotta look out for this guy. He's supposed to be in Guyana in October, late October. I'm gonna give you some more details on the event coming. Oh, promise? No promise. You know what I mean? Hollering out for Africa. We got a double play from this very artist right here in the rush.
Yeah. You're tuned in to DJ. Yeah.
Promise, I say yeah. Walk away if you want to. Can even run if you want to. You can't run from your heart yet. And you can't talk what you want to. And you can't do what you want to do. You can't run away from yourself. Yeah. Jah help me to deliver now. The lightning in the words when me yaki ya know. To the small and the bigger now. Tell me what them figure now. I see them all in for peace, but not justice. Snacky, you know duties, it's no fun again. Easy cash, blood money, it a run again. Pay gunman down tongue again. Trigger happy cowboy. The West can't be one again. I want to some of them. Walk away if you want, yeah. Can even run if you want. Hey, you can't run from your heart, yeah. And I mean, say, you can talk what you want to. Ooh, do just what you wanna do. You can't run away from yourself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rastafari on the hill again. With me children, planting the food cause just said the selfie till again. Times hard but youths you have to chill again. Can't go bother with the crime, gun violence and blood spill again. I know you can't afford to bring it in now. Why is your guns to the killer them? Another body drop down still again. It's a better future, me a will them roll. So me say, walk away if you want, yeah. Run away if you want, yeah. You can't run from your heart, yeah. And you can talk what you want to, yeah. Do just what you wanna do, yeah. You can't run away from yourself. Jah help I to deliver now. The lightning in the words when me lucky, you know. To the small and the bigger now. Tell me what them figure now. I see them crying for peace, but not justice. Snacky, you know, truth is it's no fun again. Yeah. Blood money, it a yes, run again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, oh. Walk away if you want, yeah. And you can even run if you want. You can't run from your eyes. And you can talk what you want to, yeah. Do just what you wanna do. You can't run away from yourself. Rasta man, me day up on the hill again. With me children, planting the food cause just said the selfie till again. Times hard, but we fit chill again. No bother with the gun crime, blood spill again. I know you can't afford to bring it in now. Why is your guns to the killer them? Yeah. Promise I talk it, man. You don't know the thing said Rastafari live. Rastafari.
You know how we do in a rush, nothing but the hit music out of 83,000 square miles. Got to get familiar with it. Big shout out to the guys in St. John's, Antigua. You know, it's a little overcast in the Caribbean, but stay glued to the rush. We do it different. We give you that new music, that new vibe. Of course, we got those talking points. You can hit us up in the second hour. We're going to step aside, pay some bills when we get back with you. More music and, of course, straight into today's discussion. You can hit me up on plus 592-641-0945 or leave your comments and your questions in the comment section, or you can hit Martin up on
305-713-85.
Slam Radio. Slam Radio. London's Good Times Radio.
When you need quality, affordable machinery parts, Eddie's Machinery Parts Supplies is there for your needs. Bobcat, Doosan, Yanmar, Isuzu, Kubota, and other machinery parts. Parts ranging from seal kits, bushings, pins, alternators, starters, solenoids, filters, mufflers, water and oil cylinders, fans and switches. We also stock engine rebuild kits, undercarriage parts, rubber and metal tracks, rollers, motors, sprockets and buckets, lubricant, engine, hydraulic oil, gear oil and grease for your machinery. 83 Old Road, Eccles, East Bank, Demerara. Contact us on 698-0535 or WhatsApp 600-3619 or 233-2635.
Slam Radio. Slam Radio. London's Good Times Radio.
Need help disposing of those large items your standard garbage service won't or can't remove? Looking to get rid of old furniture? Not sure how to ditch those old appliances you stored away in your basement or backyard? Have construction debris to remove? Having a bunch of junk lying around can be an eyesore. And not to mention, failure to get garbage pickup can cause problems like bacteria and mold growth. Finally ready to get rid of your excess garbage? Well, no need to worry. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. Let the friendly professionals at Solomon Garbage and Junk Removal Services handle it for you. Why not turn to the #1 source for safe, fast, affordable, and of course environmentally friendly trash hauling services in the New York tri-state area? Do it for you. We handle commercial and residential jobs. Everything and anything goes. Contact us at 347-898-2419 or 347-336-8526 or visit us on the web at SolomonGarbageandJunkRemoval.com. Let us do your dirty work for you.
When you need quality, affordable machinery parts, Eddie's Machinery Parts Supplies is there for your needs. Bobcat, Doosan, Yanmar, Isuzu, Kubota, and other machinery parts. Parts ranging from seal kits, bushings, pins, alternators, starters, solenoids, filters, mufflers, water and oil cylinders, fans and switches. We also stock engine rebuild kits, undercarriage parts, rubber and metal tracks, rollers, motors, sprockets and buckets, lubricants, engine, hydraulic oil, gear oil and grease for your machinery. 83 Old Road, Eccles, East Bank, Demerara. Contact us on 698-0535 or WhatsApp 600-3619 or 233-2635.
The beat of the Caribbean. Majestic music. The sound of the now generation.
Be a part of the fastest growing media platform, period. Let Majestic Music Radio take your product, service, or business to the next level. Our 24-hour radio platform reaches a huge listening audience in and around the tri-state area and beyond. Advertise with us and watch your sales grow. At Majestic, we can create and produce your 30 or 60-second commercial. Call 347-803-0051 to set up an appointment today. Majestic Music Radio, the beat of the Caribbean in New York.
Majestic Music Radio, beat of the Caribbean in New York. Non-stop entertainment 24 hours daily, featuring talk shows, DJs, and so much more. So call us 347-803-0051. Advertise with us today, 347-803-0051. Majestic Music Radio, where the beat counts. You heard?
The views, information, or opinions expressed during this program are solely those of the host, guests, and callers involved in the program and do not necessarily represent the views of Majestic Music Radio, its management, other hosts, or advertisers. Majestic Music is not responsible and does not verify for accuracy of any of the information contained in this radio program. This program does not constitute medical or professional advice and is solely for entertainment purposes only.
The beat of the Caribbean. Majestic music. The sound of the now generation.
Elja in the morning, every day, Elja in the morning, before I go my way, them have to fall, oh Lord, wicked have to go down in a Babylon, cause them have to set the Africans free, crush me, see Babylon, them corrupt, not a way me can see, wicked have to go down in a Babylon, cause them have to set the Africans free, crush me, see Babylon, with intelligence and the militancy, they don't care for me at all, Mr. Babylon, they must go down, they don't care for me at all, Mr. Babylon, Mr. Babylon, you must go down, we need a change but me not talk about full of prejudice and malice with some other tricks. Honestly, my people cannot manage it. You them future, you are damaged. Yeah, them of the university, of the colleges. If we put you through different challenges, opportunity is inadequate. Expired food make your body sick. Yeah. I see the picture of the painting, and all around me is the same thing. Everyone I look one for blame king. Think it is a game thing. Hey, oh, going down slow. Wicked have to go down in a Babylon, cause them have to set the Africans free. Yeah. Crush me, Mystery Babylon. Them corrupt, that's the way me can see. Yeah. Wicked have to go down in a Babylon, cause them have to set the Africans free. Yeah. Crush me, Mystery Babylon, with intelligence and the militancy. They don't care for me at all. Care for me at all. Mystery Babylon, they must go down. They don't care for me at all. Care for me at all. Mystery Babylon, you must go down. It's like but again, your son, so them a melt. Tell me, see Babylon are coming from away. My people, what is it you're doing for yourself? Instead of you straight to love, you are men. You want me see Babylon a friend. The mission when me depend, it don't have no end. So, me nah buy nothing for them a sell. You and your crew have to burn up in the hell.
As we enter in His presence, and we're walking in His love, when we're having sweet communion with Jah, the three in one. What a revelation, oh Jah Jah. What a revelation, my sweet Jah. What a revelation with Jah, the three in one. Hey, Lord, what a wicked day. Oh, yeah. The wicked man fi run fi cover. Righteousness just take over. All your wicked devices hang over. Run for cover. Righteousness them take over. You can't fully use them no longer. Hey, you fully use them with your wicked device. Alright, now you have to come think twice. Bunch of army rising up, and they used to mag and make the victory go to the bitter cup. Whoa, cause it's no waiting time. They get the young rise and they use them wise. You try to make the use them bewitched, but look at how they use them switch now. Run take over. Righteousness just take over. All your wicked devices hang over. Run take over. Righteousness them take over. You can't fully use them no longer. Run take over. Righteousness just take over. All your wicked devices hang over. Run take over. Righteousness them take over. You can't fully use them no longer. Never talk about the end of time. Judge say He will show us the sign. Never tell we say destruction will come to the earth who was created in a long, long time. Hey, He talk about the nation of vipers, those with the drones and those with the snipers. Me tell you say them wicked from them come out of diapers. All them wicked tell them taking your life, cause the wicked man fi run fi cover. Righteousness just take over. All your wicked devices hang over. Run fi cover. Righteousness them take over. You can't fully use them no longer. Run fi cover. Righteousness just take over. All your wicked devices hang over. over, run for cover. Righteousness them take over. You can't fully use them no longer. By your words you shall be judged. Every wicked act in the stock. Everything that you put back to back. I said the righteous things will come over and take over wicked intention. Run for cover. Righteousness just take over. All your wicked devices hang over. Run for cover. Righteousness them take over. You can't fully use them no longer. Run for cover. Duck and squeeze and go under. Cause the righteous youth get wiser. Run for cover. Righteousness them take over. You can't fully use them no longer. Hey, boy, righteousness take over. Yeah. Oh.
We do it like Billy bouncing. Hey, this one is for the children. Get up, stand up, and let your voice be heard. Chant your word, gathering Selassie, brand new recruit. Tell them say tomorrow belongs to the youth. We call in the willing. Get up from the slum. Your works must be done. Spread your wings and fly. Tell them pick him high.
I try to lead the way, so wipe away all your sorrow. The things they do today will pave the way for tomorrow. There's gonna be a time when we left out the city with no doubt and watch the government get paro. So don't mix up in a them illusion. Your soul is in conscious evolution. There's no separation, only fusion. So we rise.
This one is for the children. Get up, stand up, and let your voice be heard. Chant your word, gathering Selassie, brand new recruits. Tell them say tomorrow belongs to the youth. We call in the willing. Rise up from the slum. Your works must be done. Spread your wings and fly. Now take Nakamura, tell them to aim high. Know your roots and your origin. Take it to the genesis. From the start it begin. Know yourself and learn about the world that we're living in. A colorful place full of varieties and differences. Keep your focus, kids, on the synthesis. Unity is strength for all the earth citizens. All for one and one for all. Together we will never fall, never fall. They try to mislead the youths, them with mind control. Vampires lurk in the dark to take your soul, so be wise. This one is for the children. Get up, stand up, and let your voice be heard. Chant your word, gathering Selassie, brand new recruits. Tell them say tomorrow belongs to the youth. We call in the willing. Rise up from the slum. Your words must be done. Spread your wings and fly. Tell them to aim high.
We used to take them to the pyramids to get initiated. Now them a get annihilated. Mental slavery, Babylon facilitated. Music a get them rehabilitated. Just look at all the places where them situated. Them drugs and guns get them obliterated. Lack of education, them not articulated. It's about time we get repatriated.
This one is for the children.
Children of the earth.
Chant your word.
Just rise and take your stand and listen.
Tell them say tomorrow belongs to the world. Call in the willing. Spread your wings and fly.
So high, so
high. You're tuned in. Malachi, always representing music all the time.
Cha-cha.
It's about 11 minutes out here. We're back with you in the rush. That's the voice of Jaydan Blackamore featuring Kabaka Pyramid. But this one is for the children. You know, we inspire you with that real conscious roots music out of Guyana, South America. The only place you're going to get it is right here in the rush, Guyana's Industry Show. We're going to get into today's discussion in just a few. We got one more to drop. You know how we do. We got to educate you and motivate you.
Most time you can't take the crime and violence, you know. I mean, just have to seek a quiet place and ask the most time to guide us.
Yeah. Cause we not see no love in them eyes at all. All envy when we climb the wall. Tell them the most I choose I. And all them do is abuse I. But just say he will never refuse I. No compassion in them speech at all. No remorse, even no man bow down and them feet a ball. It's like them can't see. It's like them don't care. It's like them don't live with love because them don't care. Me hear them run down money and get run down. Rasta stay in the hills and a run downtown. Me hear police them a run downtown. Man a run I down at all. The I stand firm like wall. Tell him the I nah creep and the I nah crawl. The I nah stoop low, the I and I stand tall. And the I, but I just in the most I jar. So here I cry, oh Lord, cause me nah see no love in them eyes at all. All envy when we climb the wall. Tell them the most I choose I. And all them do is fuse I. But just say he will never refuse I. No compassion in them speech at all. No remorse even no man bow down and them feet a ball. It's like them can't see. It's like them don't care. It's like them don't live in love because them don't care. How you forget it and accept it when the youth them want it. Kill innocent people and talk about how them want it. Good seeds feel so I chant it. How you feel take life and you not got the power to grant it. Your heart is not clean. You want to cross to get to use them dreams. And you now build them self-esteem. What the higher wait for is for the most life to intervene. No love in them eyes at all. All envy when we climb the wall. Tell them the most I choose I. And all them do is abuse I. But just say he will never refuse I. No compassion in them speech at all. No remorse even no man bow down and them feet a ball. It's like them can't see. It's like them don't care. It's like them don't deal with love because them don't care. Everywhere you go, yeah, things are escalate. It's like enough man in the world lose them faith. Enough now enter Zion gate. Enough of them are tried, but enough of them still late. Me wonder what they will do when the right time come. When Jah comfy claim his kingdom and fire and brimstone him start to fling down. Where you are gonna run? Me not see no love in them eyes at all. All envy when we climb the wall. Tell them the most I choose I. And all them do is abuse I. But just say he will never refuse I. No compassion in them speech at all. No remorse even no man bow down and them feet a ball. It's like them can't see. It's like them don't care. It's like them don't deal with love because them don't care. Them run down money and get gunned down. Rasta stay in the hills and run downtown. Me hear police them a run downtown. Now run I down at all. The I stand firm like wall. Tell them the I nah creep and the I nah crawl.
You're tuned in to
DJ Malachi. And the I put I trust in the most I jar. So here I cry, oh Lord, cause me not see no love in them eyes at all. Them envy when we climb the wall. Tell them the most I choose I. And all them do is abuse I. But just say he will never refuse I. No compassion in them speech at all. No remorse, even no man bow down in them feet a ball. It's like them can't see. It's like them don't care. It's like them don't deal with love because them don't care. No love the ball. It's like them can't see. It's like them don't care. It's like them don't deal with love because them don't care. No love.
No Love. That's the voice of Alabama. That track was produced through Vision Sounds Productions here in Guyana. Shout out to Mr. Walter Fraser. Recorded in Waterhouse in Kingston, Jamaica at Lego Studios. Gotta say a big shout out to Lego, all them guys in Kingston, Jamaica. That's the voice of Alabama. A real, a heart-filled rendition right there. You know how we do it different. Of course, we got to get into today's topics. And of course, we'll be talking about we have four individual topics today. We'll be talking about the elections results today. Of course, the unfortunate shooting of social media influencer Lola Dahl. The opposition parties. We got to talk a little bit about, what's going to be happening in the division in terms of the opposition members of parliament going into parliament. And I want to confront racism. All right. I want to deal a little bit with that. We got 2 hours to deal with that. Of course, you can hit me up on +592-641-0945, or you can hit Martin up on
305-713-8595.
Leave your comments and your questions as well in the comment section. So we're going to kick it off. I'll take it from the bottom. Let's start with confronting racism, black people, and why we're in this position, one, and why do we perpetrate the very things that, we claim we do not want to be perpetrated onto us. All right. Now, in my estimation, or my thoughts looking on what's happening in the world today, it appears as though the same people who have been victimized, brutalized, despised, are now becoming what they once hated, because when I look on, for example, on our recent general and regional elections, what we're seeing is, our people are becoming the very thing that oppressed us, that kept us in bondage. So now we are becoming that type of individual. We are becoming the enemy. And when we do that, we're becoming the enemies of ourselves and our progress. Because why would we want to propagate? Why would we want to encourage? Why would we want to have that level of separation with our Indian brothers and sisters? Because of politics. And it's a really funny thing. There's a track that an artist by the name of Mystic sang. And he said, when he was growing up, he never knew about black and coolie. All he knew about was racial harmony. But during election times, the politicians come around and they inject the division. They inject that racism using the race as a card. And one of the things I want to talk about today, I want to kind of bring some history into, a lot of this. And especially for our Guyanese brothers and sisters, I want us to understand that the motto is there for a reason. And the motto says, one people, one nation, one destiny. And we also have to understand where we're from and where other people are from. Because if we understand, for example, our Indian brothers and sisters who came from Calcutta and Uttar Pradesh as indentured laborers to Guyana, we will understand that we are all one people. All right? Especially, we don't want to divide ourselves and say, oh, we from Africa, and they from India, and they from China, and they from Portugal. Because we're all here on this land, and we developed it. The Africans were here first under enslavement, yes. That's a fact. But do we lord that over everybody else to say, okay, because we were enslaved here first, that means what? All right? But let me get back to the history of our Indian brothers and sisters who came from Calcutta and Uttar Pradesh as indentured laborers. One of the things we have to understand is that there was a company in the early 1700s, late 1800s as well, that was called the Tea Company, the East England Tea Company. And they introduced certain things. They were trading in a product called indigo in the beginning, all right? Now, if you understand what indigo is an ink. All right. And if you've ever seen indigo ink, you will see that it's so blue, it's black. It's so black, it's blue. All right. And the derivative of the word that we now say, oh, he's an Indian man, all right, comes from that very word, indigo. Why? Because the traders that traded the product indigo, the persons who were trading with the English, that was the color of their skin. So they were so black, they were blue, and they were so blue, they were black. So the word India comes from the word indigo. So we got to understand that even the word India means black. So we in Guyana really should not have any division. And I'm showing you what I'm talking about. Our newly elected president, Dr. Irfan Ali, got an award from the African Union for his representation of African people on the issue of reparations. Have we seen a Caribbean leader of African descent receive that award, much less a leader in Guyana of African descent who has received that award? Why? You know why they have not received that award? Because they have not stood strongly and firmly internationally on that ground. All right? So we have to give recognition where recognition is due. And we have to stop this, oh, he's of this descent, so he can't represent us. We got to stop all of that nonsense, because really and truly we are just, as the motto says in Guyana, one people, one nation, one destiny. And for those people who want to disagree and say, oh no, we got to be separate, but go back to the continent where you think you're from. Just go back, because there are flights going every day to everywhere in the world. All right? So if you want to say, okay, I'm an African and I'm that, go back to Africa. Go back to Africa. Go back to India. If you don't want to be around African people of African descent, go back to India. If you're a Chinese and you're like, oh, well, you know, I don't like the other people, go back to China. But once you want to say, I am Guyanese, then please carry the mindset of a Guyanese. And that mindset is one people, one nation, one destiny. That's who we are as a people, as Guyanese people. Not to separate people in one Guyana. It doesn't work. Are we planning to cut the country up into pieces and say, okay, well, that's the Chinese section, this is the Portuguese section, that's the African section, that's the Indian section? Let's be real. Let's be one people, one nation, one destiny. Let's move together in one goal. Let us not allow divisive people and their thinking to enter. This is some of the stuff that my late great uncle, Dr. Walter Rodney, was trying to teach the world. And I'm also here to carry on that mantle and to also teach my people that this direction that they're going in is not the direction we should be going in as a people. All right? So let's build the Guyana and, of course, show that light. Because, you know, Guyana is also called El Dorado, the city of gold. And if you understand how gold shines, you would understand that Guyana shines. And we shine from a positive angle to affect the rest of the world, just like how the sun rays stretch forth onto the rest of the universe or in our solar system. So, El Dorado, us as Guyanese, should shine that light to the rest of the world. Of course, you can join me on the conversation. You can hit me up on +592 641 0945. Your questions or your comments in the comment section. Martin as well. You can hit Martin up on
305-713-8595.
Yes, Martin. So your thoughts before we move on to the next topic in this particular conversation?
Well, see, mine might be a bit different because while I know for sure individuals would try to peddle that whole racist aspect, I honestly cannot say that I have, but I can say that I've experienced it in Guyana. And that is more so because I've spent majority of my adult life. So I kind of miss out at the same time, right? But in my
Yeah.
early age, I know growing up, well, I've heard, because I haven't
Mm-hmm.
experienced it directly, but I've heard individuals, you know, spew out racist slurs. I've heard about individuals saying certain things, doing certain things to people. But to experience it directly, my only experience would be when one of my neighbor, because how I live, I am
Mm-hmm.
actually surrounded by Indian people, right? On the
Mm-hmm.
right, left, in front of me directly. I think
Yeah.
behind me is also Indian folks. So we've had different people. Down the road, two
Yeah.
houses is people from African descent. House after that is Indian. The house after that is Amerindian people. So I kind of been
Mm-hmm.
around everybody, right? And
Yeah.
also different cultures, whether it be Muslim, Indian, Christians, and so forth,
Hindu.
Rastas and things,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I've been around all different cultures within me street alone, right? That I know for sure me and the children would have grown up together, playing, fighting, enjoying life together. Even on to today,
Yeah.
we still nice and close. But I could say my parents and their parents had their back and forth um over time. And that was over frivolous things, in my opinion, whether it be the division of land, the allocation of whatever, water, light, whatever. You understand, man?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But to say, well, the actual racist aspect of things, I personally have never really and truly seen that in Guyana. And because I haven't seen it or heard it directly, I can't really and truly say that it existed, at least within my time. It probably was in the earlies because I know some
Yeah.
grandparents, which is the difference from the mothers and the children now, but the grandparents, they still kind of got a little bit, oh, me want me child with a black man, and them side of thing. I knew of that.
Yeah. And also
You
the
know?
very popular slur that is used,
Mm-hmm.
any good coolie
Is
is
a
a
dead
dead
word.
coolie.
Yes, I've heard that hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Heard that.
We've heard that hundreds of times. And really and truly, I think because we have now the ERC, which is the Ethnic Relation Commission, I do believe that anybody who comes on social media and says stuff like that should be. They should have the long arm of the law deal with them because
Well,
that's a serious racial slur.
but I guess because how my brain works, I don't even think the ERC have any relevance when it comes to certain things. Because once you'll be fighting against freedom of speech, right? As a regular human being, and not just the laws, but against freedom of speech, and then it's just how I think the world kind of needs some of that energy. If I'm being honest, I don't want to get up and pretend when the day come. If I don't like you, I don't like you. I wouldn't have anything to say to you, right?
But you're
For
talking about
instance,
personalities. You're not talking about race there.
I mean, all could be intertwined. For instance, I had an experience when I was younger where one of the
Mm.
neighbors on the side of me, it was Diwali season. So, everybody's come out,
Yeah.
show they light their scripts, show it in the yard, whatever, whatever. In my household, it was
Mm-hmm.
five children. The neighbors, they had
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, whatever the case may be. But in my yard one night, we was lighting scripts, right? Early Diwali night. The neighbor came out, throw water on us, right? Me, my older brother, throw water on we. We
Mm-hmm.
ran to the front, inform our mothers about it, and my mom
Mm-hmm.
came down. One big cussing, da 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 da. So the guy said, I guess, well, obviously we was disturbing he with his script, right? Because his
Yeah.
front of the house was close to the back of our house, which is where we was showing the
Mm-hmm.
script. So it kind of affected them,
Yeah.
understandably, at this age. But at that time, we didn't have the knowledge and thing. We own space playing, and he came and threw water on we. He then turned and said it should have been acid or hot water. And of course, my mother took off. One big thing, we end up at the police station, give the report. The police end up giving us more script until we go back and continue and enjoy ourselves because we're children, boys, whatever.
But we also
That
have to
side
note
is
that,
Indian.
that was an Indian religion holiday thing that was going on, and you were celebrating it.
Correct. So that man that said that, I could say if I'm actually looking at it now, I could say he was racist or acting in a racial manner because obviously it's
Racist
black
man,
and
yeah.
Indian on his side, right? And then the type of things that he said to children that plays a part, right? Also, the fact that he wanted to, or no, I think it was one of the neighbors at some point said, oh, you should put, well, they told my mom they should put like a frog or a chicken or something with a red ribbon and throw it on the steps. I remember that that talking happened, right?
Yeah.
But all of that would tie into the cultural aspect of things, the religion aspect of things, and the racial slurs that were thrown and everything. So naturally, if I'm being honest, that man was expressing himself how he feel at that time. I don't know if the man, well, now I'm looking at it, he used to be in the bush. I don't know if he still be in the bush now, but he used to be working in the bush. The man could have probably came from a long journey out of work, finally come home for celebrate with the family. We disturbing him. So lack of knowledge and understanding, he lashed out in that manner, right? That is him being him. He's a man.
But would you agree that being racist is really from a very ignorant standpoint if you understand what life is all about? Being racist or just not liking someone for the color of their skin and their eyes, it's tantamount to what started off as slavery and the slave trade that Africans and other people despise and go against it. The racist, because there's a difference between being racial and racist. The racist tendencies of some Caucasians with how they behave. So basically what we're doing or what we're upholding a lot of times in Guyana, and this is why I mentioned the ERC, and to deal with these racist slurs, is that we are, as I mentioned in the beginning, is it that we're becoming, or because of our experiences, we're becoming more like the people who taught us that level of oppression? Because if you're going to have in mind that somebody's skin color or their hair texture and the way they conduct themselves affects you to a point where you can't stand them at all being around you, and they're not doing anything to harm you. That reeks of ignorance.
Could agree, right? I could agree based on what you're saying, but I think it's a lot more to that. I think if you actually come down to the bottom of it, if you probably put 100 different race of people in a room and ask them the same list of questions, I think the end of it is going to be hatred and greed and envy.
But
in my opinion.
Okay, well, this is hence my question. Is it, why would they have the hatred? One, because again, it goes back to ignorance. Because if you don't understand where you came from, you're not going to understand where you're going.
Actually,
right?
I think it's because they understand, brother. Hold on. I think it's because they understand really and truly where they came from. For instance, the Indian indentured came from the bottom of the barrel in India. And they finally got the opportunity to become somebody in society, in life. So now they don't want to go back there. So, for instance, the Africans
that goes across the board. That goes basically across the board. Not for the enslaved African, but that goes across the board for the Chinese, the Portuguese, who were all indentured laborers here.
No, but it's different. Remember now, the light-skinned people.
Why is it different? because the Portuguese and those that came here, those were people who were criminals.
Mm-hmm.
They were
So-
given an opportunity to come to Guyana to work in the cane fields for small pay. Same thing as the Chinese, same thing as the Indians.
Yeah, but while that is the common denominator, the people them, for instance, the Chinese is at the top of our development in Guyana, right? The Indians is at the top in our economics and business in Guyana.
Mm-hmm.
The Africans, we still trying. We got.
Why? And
we
you gotta
know what
ask
to
yourself,
do with it. We still trying to be at the
you
top.
have to ask yourself, why that has happened. If we were the first ones here that were enslaved, we didn't get any money. But what we managed to do at the end of slavery or the abolition of slavery, we managed to buy all the plantations. And that's a fact. How do we then end up as the lowest economic class in the very space that we started off owning the land after the white man left?
So you could
So that
own
is
a
not a
piece of
question
land.
for us to ask the other individuals. That's a question for us to do introspect on ourselves.
Mm-hmm. But
how
for
did
me,
we lose what we had?
For me, having that land mean nothing because it takes a lot to be a thief and to be a criminal. It doesn't take a lot to be a regular man in Africa. You're just a regular man, whether you're king, queen, whatever. You're a regular man in Africa. You were taking boom. Remember, when they went to Africa, if I'm correct, they didn't care who they collected. They just collected the best set. Compared to India and the other races, it was a specific class of people. So they already had a start. They just was the bad apples. You understand? They had a little bit more knowledge of growth, economics, society. They just was the bad apples.
Why would you think that they had more growth in society or economics? Because actually the first civilization started in Africa. Civilization started in Africa. So when the white man invaded Africa to capture and enslave the Africans, we were at a very high level of civilization. This is why a lot of the products that we have in our today's world was invented by the African people. So what we have to do, like I said before, it's about introspect. How do you start off being an enslaved individual, leaving that, acquiring the land around you, then indentured people came in, and now they are the ones in commerce and they're way ahead of you. That means there is something that you are not doing that has caused you to be in that position that the others are doing. Exactly. So it's about having introspect. And this is where I kind of get, just like my uncle and my dad, we get very annoyed when Africans say, oh, well, it's because we were enslaved. Come on, let's get real. How many years ago, how long ago was slavery abolished? Where are we now?
Yep.
Are you freeing your minds, or are your mind still enslaved? Which one? Because as an African who has freed his mind, go ahead.
No, I was going to say this is really and truly why I, as an individual, I could never say those type of things. You could never hear them thing coming out of my mouth because I wasn't born into that. My great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents probably, and had experience, but my mother didn't come into that. So I didn't have that level of slavery, bondage
trauma
aspect, even mentally.
Exactly.
Right? So it don't affect me, and naturally it shouldn't
then.
affect anybody. Correct. So it shouldn't affect anybody within the last 2-3 generations, if I'm being honest.
So
because
why?
we had a
so then
different
this is
opportunity.
my question. Well, this is my question there, Martin. Why are we, as you mentioned earlier, why are we at the bottom, classified at the bottom of the economic chain or the food chain? Why is that still?
I think education.
That is the question that, we need to have serious introspect. because what we are doing onto ourselves is the problem.
Correct.
What we
I
are
agree.
doing onto ourselves is the problem. Because I'll tell you what, I have Jewish friends, and my Jewish friends have said to me, listen, this is what we do with $1. If we get $1, we spend that dollar within our community. In other words, if I need a service, I'm going to a fellow Jew and I'm going to spend that dollar. If he needs a product, he's going to go to a fellow Jew and spend that dollar. If that grocery store owner needs a service who is a Jew, he's going to spend that dollar with a repair guy who's a Jew. So really that dollar stays within that community, goes around 12, 24 times even before it leaves that community or at all leaves that community. So are we understanding what we need to do as a people, or are we blaming others for what has happened to us? Or are we going to look at the situation and say, listen, this is how we correct the situation? Because again, in my estimation, being racist or becoming the very mindsets of the people who oppressed you is not going to work for us. It's not going to work for us. And every great scholar has highlighted that very same thing. I'll give you an example just before we wrap up this first hour. Malcolm X was, in my classification, in his early days, a separatist in his ideology and what he was, his whole ideology in the US. Nobody had, Malcolm X wasn't revered as anybody yet with his separatist ideas, because it was all about separate the black man from everybody else. We don't need the white man, da 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 da. You know what really created Malcolm X? And I advise a lot of people who are listening in the audience, go read the autobiography of Malcolm X and you will see this in there for yourself. You know what really changed Malcolm X? When Malcolm X went to Mecca, Medina, all right, and he saw every single race of people together at the Dome of the Rock together, and he came back and started to change the ideology that he was preaching first. At that point in time, they said, oh no, kill that boy.
That'll work.
Okay? So we have to understand it's the same exact thing with every single great leader on earth. Even if you go to South Africa in 1994, when apartheid was dismantled, and you go back to the wisdom of Nelson Mandela, you will see that as soon as he switched up that ideology of and said it's not just about one of us, it's about all of us, they decided, yeah, okay, we got to find a way to deal with him. Because once you are all inclusive for the people, because the people are the people, they have not created all. Do you think all the white people agreed with racism? No way that could happen. Or else we would have still been enslaved in the US. All right? So you have a lot of individuals who do not support certain evil thinking and ideology. And we have to understand that lashing out at everybody to say that, okay, they are all the oppressors is not going to work. All right? So we have to grow our minds, rise above, free our minds from that level of mental slavery. Just about 15 minutes to the top of the hour. You know how it goes. The time really flies in the rush, of course. Hit me up on +592 641 0945. Leave your questions and your comments in the comment section. Hit Martin up on
305-713-855.
When we get back with you, we want to talk about the elections results and, of course, the unfortunate shooting of a social media influencer, Lola Doll. And we're going to talk a little bit about the opposition parties and what we expect to see in our new Parliament. Stay glued. You know how we do in the Rush. Guyana's Industry Show.
Sometimes you know the real friends from the foes. Back against the wall, see who stays and who goes. While some go put them trust in the chariots and horses. I'm forever grounded in Jehovah alone, yeah. The system I believe in, I get to use. Still we hustle hard, staying loyal and true. Society now while we rise. Them brothers see we ball out in the jailhouse and cry, oh. The racing for the swift, but who can endure it? Music is life, so adore it. And life is temporary, so live it to the fullest. Go on, make the most of it, yeah. So why when get to youths to try for rise? The wicked bad minds sneak up under disguise, yeah. Come and tell me about them all, I own a friend. But when you turn your back, them have gun pointing at your head and say, but last some good friends in the battlefield. Pick up to all them ones who still keep it real. Now me make the hustle money soon come in and nothing comes easy. But me day upon the hustling and mama know she's so happy survive. But the wicked them now have to see we rise. Every day is just a greater fight. But get to youth, hold the faith, stay true to the most high. The system I believe in, I get to use. Still we hustle hard, staying loyal and true. Society now while we rise. Them brothers see we ball out in the jailhouse and cry, oh. The racing for the swift, but who can endure it? Music is life, so adore it. And life is temporary, so live it to the fullest. Go on, make the most of it, yeah. So now listen to the words of bad mind. Every mistake is just to prove that you're trying. If you wanna succeed as much as you want to breathe, then that is when you become successful indeed. So keep your head high and prove a point to red eye. Even though them try to get we done, we still have a flat eye. As me rise this morning, give thanks to the most high. True, the toughest of times, them always stay close. I we system na look for not a easy road me they pun, but still we have to try. Stand firm just like a vegan. Now listen to them slogans. Get to youth be larger than life, yeah. The system I believe in, I get to use. Still we hustle hard, staying loyal and true. Society now while we rise. Them brothers see we ball out in the jailhouse and cry, oh. The racing for the swift, but who can endure it? Music is life, so adore it. And life is temporary, so live it to the fullest. Go on, make the most of it, the most of it. The better days must come, I say, yeah. And get to use just while the faith. Stay humble and true, I say, and the reward shall come your way. The system I believe in, I get to use. Still we hustle hard, staying loyal and true. Society now while we rise. Them brothers see we ball out in the jailhouse and cry, oh. The racing for the swift, but who can endure it? Music is life, so adore it. And life is temporary, so live it to the fullest. Go on, make the most of it, yeah.
You're tuned in to DJ Malachi, always representing Guyanese music all the time.
Real conscious music coming out there from Joshua. You know what I mean? The system, society, all those things keep you in a bond. There's about 10 minutes to the top of the hour. I got to drop one more track before we go pay some bills and come right back in the third and final hour. Make sure you leave your comments and questions in the comment section. Hit me up on +592 641 0944 or hit Martin up on
305-738595.
This track comes out of our living legend Eddie Grant. I want you to pay attention to the lyrics from this one.
Hear all
so good. We just got to love ourselves. Yeah, yeah. We only got to love ourselves. Oh, no, no, no. Hear me. All plantations are the same. So why not face the truth? I assure all the kids of our victors, you got the future bought with the loot. All the tears and all the tides could never wash our fears away. With all we know from all the sides, the question is today, well, have we got no more ambition? How could every other nation be so good? Yeah, so damn good. We just got to love ourselves, alright. We only got to love ourselves. Oh, no, no, no. Have we got no more ambition? How could every other nation be so good? We just got to love ourselves. Believe me, we only got to love ourselves. Oh, no, no, no. Hear me. See the pilgrims, how they play. They love to play with you. They create clever games of every kind. But to begin with, not for you. Oh, 400 years of genocide. And even in the streets today, I hear the pilgrims on the side. Why the hell should we have to pay? Oh Lord, have we got no more ambition? How could every other nation be so good? We just got to love ourselves. Hear me? We only got to love ourselves. Hey children, oh, have we got no more ambition? How could every other nation be so good? Oh my Lord, so damn good. Have we got no more ambition? How could every other nation be so good?
You're tuned in
Oh
to
my Lord, so
DJ
damn good.
Malachi,
Have we
always
got no
representing
more
Guyana
ambition?
music
How
all the
could
time.
every other nation be so good? We just got to love ourselves. Hey, we only got to love ourselves. Oh, no, no, no.
Slam Radio. Slam Radio, London's Good Times Radio.
When you need quality, affordable machinery parts, Eddie's Machinery Parts Supplies is there for your needs. Bobcat, Doosan, Yanmar, Isuzu, Kubota, and other machinery parts. Parts ranging from seal kits, bushings, pins, alternators, starters, solenoids, filters, mufflers, water and oil cylinders, fans and switches. We also stock engine rebuild kits, undercarriage parts, rubber and metal tracks, rollers, motors, sprockets and buckets, lubricant, engine, hydraulic oil, gear oil and grease for your machinery. 83 Old Road, Eccles, East Bank, Demerara. Contact us on 698-0535 or WhatsApp 600-3619 or 233-2635.
Need help disposing of those large items your standard garbage service won't or can't remove? Looking to get rid of old furniture? Not sure how to ditch those old appliances you stored away in your basement or backyard? Have construction debris to remove? Having a bunch of junk lying around can be an eyesore. And not to mention, failure to get garbage pickup can cause problems like bacteria and mold growth. Finally ready to get rid of your excess garbage? Well, no need to worry. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. Let the friendly professionals at Solomon Garbage and Junk Removal Services handle it for you. Why not turn to the #1 source for safe, fast, affordable, and of course environmentally friendly trash hauling services in the New York tri-state area? Do it for you. We handle commercial and residential jobs. Everything and anything goes. Contact us at 347-898-2419 or 347-336-8526 or visit us on the web at SolomonGarbageandJunkRemoval.com. Let us do your dirty work for you.
When you need quality, affordable machinery parts, Eddie's Machinery Parts Supplies is there for your needs. Bobcat, Doosan, Yanmar, Isuzu, Kubota, and other machinery parts. Parts ranging from seal kits, bushings, pins, alternators, starters, solenoids, filters, mufflers, water and oil cylinders, fans and switches. We also stock engine rebuild kits, undercarriage parts, rubber and metal tracks, rollers, motors, sprockets and buckets, lubricants, engine, hydraulic oil, gear oil and grease for your machinery. 83 Old Road, Eccles, East Bank, Demerara. Contact us on 698-0535 or WhatsApp 600-3619 or 233-2635.
The beat of the Caribbean. Majestic music. The sound of the now generation.
Be a part of the fastest growing media platform, period. Let Majestic Music Radio take your product, service, or business to the next level. Our 24-hour radio platform reaches a huge listening audience in and around the tri-state area and beyond. Advertise with us and watch your sales grow. At Majestic, we can create and produce your 30 or 60-second commercial. Call 347-803-0051 to set up an appointment today. Majestic Music Radio, the beat of the Caribbean in New York.
Majestic Music Radio, beat of the Caribbean in New York. Non-stop entertainment 24 hours daily, featuring talk shows, DJs, and so much more. So call us 347-803-0051. Advertise with us today, 347-803-0051. Majestic Music Radio, where the beat counts. You heard?
The views, information, or opinions expressed during this program are solely those of the host, guests, and callers involved in the program and do not necessarily represent the views of Majestic Music Radio, its management, other hosts, or advertisers. Majestic Music is not responsible and does not verify for accuracy of any of the information contained in this radio program. This program does not constitute medical or professional advice and is solely for entertainment purposes only.
Why fire burn them drugs? Yo, I not DP Records is not lie. Hey, Rasta seed practically, and then me want the proper color. Like everybody popping money, then it's bare folly going on in the alley. Rasta seed actually. And then me want the proper color. And them would rather pop a molly than it's bare folly going on. For sheer spliff nowadays I just can't bother. Cause some in only rolling up the weed with grabber. No is all kinds of other things they're putting inside. Talking about it make them bother. So there's no love for them one another. And there's no enough feed them mama and them dada. Who in sniffing them a swallow. I not just now follow past me chalwa. Rasta seed practically. And then me want the proper color. Like everybody popping molly, then it's bare folly going on in the alley. Rasta seed actually. Them don't support the ganja rally. And them would rather pop a molly than it's somebody gonna murder. If it's not Molly, then the sugar and the eggs. White rum, cocaine and cigarettes. Sprite with cough, syrup and eggs. It's only Jah know where them coming with next. I know we mashing up the youths, them head. Them excited when a trigger figure press. Said them want see inside of somebody flesh. Them like when people dead. Why? Rasta seed practically. Then me want the proper color. Like everybody popping money, then it's bare folly going on in the alley. Rasta seed actually. Them don't support the ganja rally. And them would rather pop a molly, then it's bare folly going on. Enough youths get caught in the web. But this time youth you need to reflect on yourself and show some respect. Your parents' teachings don't forget. Mindful of the friends you select. Bad influence that get the check. Anytime, anywhere it get the check. You know we step it, get rechecked. Hey,
Rasta see practically, and then me want the proper color. Everybody popping money, then it's carefully going on in the alley. Rasta see it actually, them don't support the ganja rally, and them would rather pop a molly than yeah, somebody gonna murder. Rasta see it practically, and then me want the color. Everybody popping money, then it's carefully going on in the alley. Rasta see it actually, and then me want the color. Like everybody popping money, then it's fair robbery and
Majesty, Archangel, Fire Princess.
Me said the fire of the blaze. Man take offense and them say can't be too dread nowadays. I and I no fear dirty Bobby wrong. See them and them evil us ways. Them corrupted depart from His Majesty. Highly I Selassie I we pray. Now
Rastaman policy is peace and love. So burn out the enmity, the hate and the grudge. Grudge because the vengeance of the faith don't budge. Because we're born as the warriors of flames and blood. We not go dwell up with the scholars and pigs in mud. Cause anything not right, it get an instant run. Fireball. So wolf are coming like a sheep play clown. Don't think like you're wise like the great Solomon.
This said the fire of the blaze. Woman take offense and them say can't be too dread nowadays. I and I no fear dirty Bobby wrong. See them and them evil us ways. Them corrupted depart from His Majesty. Highly I Selassie I we pray. Now just weights and balance. When the earth return to naturality. Why man to man is so unjust a pedigree. As it was, you know it ever shall be. Hey, just weights and balance. Judgment I go get you, Mr. Wickedy. In a nuclear, no fear technology. Man to woman, a life energy. Hey, they said the fire of the blaze. Man take offense and them say can't be too dread nowadays. I and I no fear dirty Bobby wrong. See them and them evil us ways. Them corrupted depart from His Majesty. Highly I Selassie I we pray. Now
Overall, it's hard to be yourself beyond the wall. Cause nowadays no Rasta preaching Paul. That's why them fire on a stall. Liberty is on a string that's some Paul. I thought them was a real but that's a fall. Like them na yes a Lassie call. Them sit down in a bar with alcohol. Them choose to stoop to conquer, that's a call. Them quick to sell out like a stall. You look the part but really you're a fraud. Don't call yourself a lion, you're a frog.
they said the fire of the blaze. Man take offense and them say can't be too dread nowadays. I and I no fear dirty Bobby wrong. See them and them evil us face. Them corrupted depart from His Majesty. Highly I Selassie I we pray. Now
just before I step in, Jamaica take it. Just before I step in, Jamaica take it. Hey, now power can feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them singing, we go see them. Because them let the devil mislead them. Yeah, now power can feed them. No time we now go feed And should not make the devil mislead them. Hey, I just said that people live righteous. We are taught the devil of righteous. But ever since, he never liked us. So in everything we do, despite us. Hey, always Jah in whom I trust. Me pull up on the blessing for the two-side plus. Then me no listen, me no Titus. In any second that could smite us. Hey, now far we go feed them. No time me now go feed them. All when them see me no see them. And should no make the devil mislead them. Hey, now far we go feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them see me no see them. And should no make the devil mislead them. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the way of the wicked man part. Just be true to yourself from the heart. No matter what. Where is your strength, Mr. Wicked Man? Like if you the length, we never change your plan. You say not you like is as much. But how you are gonna get crushed? So now far we go feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them see me don't see them. Cause they make the devil mislead them. Oh yeah. Now far we go feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them see me don't see them. Fire burn, say. Mama say, we feel obey the voice. They already paid the price. Remember, they crucified the Christ. Judge of each other, the dice for the wise. Yeah, I will always keep away from them. Judge yourself and keep away from them. And the youth them come for them bell. Run them, shut mouth, you want a bomb and gun them. Yeah, now probably don't feed them. No time we now go feed them. All when them see me no see them. Because they make the devil mislead them.
You're tuned in to DJ Malachi, always representing Guyana all the time.
When them see me no see them. Cause they make the devil mislead them. God just said that if we live righteous, true we are turned the devil of righteous. From ever since, they never like us. So in everything we do, despite us. Hey, always Jah in whom I trust. Look at the blessing on the two-side plus. So wicked man, tell me who you are try crush. In any second, Jah could smite us. So listen up.
Voice that natural black with the track Heathen. 11 minutes on to the hour in the Rush Guyana's Industry Show. I am the Afro-Politan with my co-host Martain Al-Ameen. We're back with you. And of course, we're going to jump right back into today's discussion. Today, Monday, you know how we motivate you on a Monday. We get into some real talk, some real discussions. Got to say a big good morning to Stacy Mack all the way in New York City. Hope you're having a great day. The guys at VP Records as well. Mr. Paul Chin. What a go on. All right. So in this last and final hour, we want to deal with the whole elections results. What happened there, the outcome of that. The opposition parties. And just before we close out today, we want to deal with the unfortunate shooting of a social media personality by the name of Lola Doll. So let's jump straight into it. The elections results came out. There was a recount over during this week, and on Saturday and Sunday, the eventual closure of the count happened on Saturday. The inauguration of the president happened on Sunday, and of course, the return of President Dr. Irfan Ali, re-elected for a second term in the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. But let's go back to the recount aspect of it, where one of the major oppositions at that time, because it's no longer a major opposition, is going to be in Parliament. At that time, the PNC, or what is called the APNU, which is the PNC with some other smaller parties, decided to approach GCOM with a letter that says they would like to have a recount based on certain abnormalities which they saw. And of course, GCOM obliged, because in our constitution it says the recount, any party can ask for a recount with grounds. So we went to the recount stage, and it was amazing that during that period of when it was allocated to have the time for the recount, the very party that called for the recount did not show up, did not have their representatives there to do the recount. So we had all the observers, the 200 odd observers. We had members of the ruling party, the PPPC, a few members of the smaller parties, but no opposition APNU members were there for that recount. And that was amazing to me, that we would have a recount process called for by that party and they not show up for that recount. That's the troubling part of this whole thing. That, you know, was it an attempt to waste time? Was it an attempt to stall the inauguration and then the swearing in of the president? What's going on? What was that all about? To call for a recount and then not be there?
I think it's more embarrassment than anything else, you know, because if you look at how things played out, we're looking at a political party who have been in existence pretty much from the beginning of time, right? And to see them now just fade out into the background, they're not really and truly supported by the people, because, as I've said many times before, we have grown tired of the same things. While we do want something different and so forth, people, they had enough parties this election that we had choices, whether good or bad. We had choices.
Yeah.
So we choose, or at least the people choose, not to support only one specific party. While some individuals actually, I heard, vote based on how they used to vote. Oh, my grandmother belongs to this party. My mom, my entire family belongs to this party. So I had no choice, or I choose to do the same as my parents did, or, you know. But a lot of people that we've seen choose something different, whether this person be sanctioned, be corrupt or not. A lot of people choose something different simply because they're tired of the same old rhetoric, the same old cycle. I too am tired of the same old cycle, so I choose different. But I had other parties, as I mentioned, or the smaller parties, or the newer parties that came into the play, and I had better choices compared to just having two things all the time. So the previous opposition would have seen the downfall of not being honest, not being free and fair, and not being supportive, right? And if I'm to break that down, the not being honest part is people like me, myself included, is just not support a party because this is the majority African descent party. That is nonsense. Especially how we started off the discussion with the racist mindset of individuals, right?
Yeah.
I ain't going to support that just because. I'm also not going to support it just because it was supported by the family over time. That doesn't make any sense to me either.
That makes no sense to me either.
The newer parties, I'm not going to support the newer parties just because they're new either. As I would have said on the podcast and on even this very program many of times, I am supporting the development of Guyana. And whichever party, whichever individuals is pushing that growth and development in every single area that I mainly have interest in, but anything that is also spill over the population, I am willing to support that. A couple parties kind of copy from other, which is no problem. But at the same time, I'm able to look out and see what politics-wise, geopolitics-wise, development-wise, economic-wise, everything else in between. These are the list of parties that could stand the test of time, or I will be able to give a chance. Because I vote two parties. If I had the opportunity to strike my X and more, I would have. But I voted for two very different parties. You understand, man? That's my truth. I ain't gonna say which ones, but I voted for two different ones. One in the regional, one in the general.
Yeah.
Because I voted, hey, this party stands to hold this individual or these group of people accountable, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So that is how I voted when I got my ballot. I am hoping that the rest of the citizens would have done the same in thing, but in the end, we've seen the play out where the PPP came for victory, right? The APNU went in the background, and the win
lost
party
a lot
the
of what they
investigation
previously had. Right, and the new party that came in on board in 3 months was able to basically decimate their support base, because we have now the PPP gaining seats in Parliament, where they have 36 out of the 65. The win has taken 17. 12 has gone to the previous opposition party, which would be the PNC or APNU, and 1 to another new party, the Forward Guyana movement. All right. So I mean that's a serious crushing damnation to the previous opposition party. Excuse me, and like you mentioned, I do believe people are just fed up with the lies, because the lies are not going to put you anywhere. And that is what they have been doing for a very long time. Just to run over to a comment where somebody sent me, and again, I don't know how people's levels of education, how it works. But this person says, Miss Sonia Ann says, the government of Guyana has been targeting anyone it deems to be against it, especially when that person is seen with anyone considered an enemy. Right? Please understand, Guyana has been spending $50,000 US monthly to lobby the US government. I am sure you know how lobbyists work in the US. I mean, these are the kind of things that I find. I don't know.
So let me answer that.
Go ahead.
Read that back quick for me. Let
Basically, Ms. Sonia Ann is saying that the government of Guyana has been targeting anyone it deems to be against it, especially when that person seems to be with anyone considered an enemy. Please understand that Guyana has been spending $50,000 US per month. Go ahead.
All right. So the government of Guyana have been spending over 50,000 Guyana dollars per month. No problem. That is within their prerogative. So just to clarify, right? And that's on what the actual representative of the party would have said, right?
Yeah.
The political party have the right to lobby, to do whatever they want, really and truly, right?
But I think she's attaching that $50,000 to the government, which has really nothing to do with the government or the party.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So political party, the PPPC party, just like APNU, just like WIN and any other party, have the right to lobby any single individual or organization they see fit in any country.
Or the
that
US
is how
government.
you build relationship. Geopolitics.
Correct.
Remember I mentioned that before, right? You can't be an ally without having allies. So given that they have. Now, if you're going to tie the party with the government, now this is where you get it wrong, because the government of Guyana, as of September 2nd, or I should say even September 1st, right? But we had to recount and everything. Actually, yesterday, right? Yesterday was September 7th. So if we're being direct, as of September 7th, Guyana have now 4 political parties in parliament, right? Or should be
Correct.
heading to parliament as everything comes back
Should be
together.
heading to parliament. Yeah,
That
when session
4
is session
parties
starts.
makes up the government of Guyana, not the PPP, not NU, not WIN, not Forward Guyana. All 4 of them makes up the government. So please,
Correct.
don't get it twisted. They also have their own separate parties that they all have to continue to lobby. Not because you didn't pay $50,000 means you wasn't lobbying. Because I remember when we was in New York, different political parties would have called us up directly and asked us for our support. That
They
is a
were
form
asking,
of
as a matter
lobbying.
of fact, to get a little bit more direct, Martin, they were asking whether we were a caucus Democrat or Republican, where we were, if we were participating in if we would support their political party. I think what is happening in Guyana is that because of the old political climate from way back, a lot of people are kind of stuck in that gap from maybe the 80s. So the modern way of, let's say, politicking in Guyana, where political parties will hire lobbyist firms to help them to lobby other governments. They will call individuals personally on their phone and speak to them about, having support for their party. I think it's kind of a new thing. And because the PPP is the ruling party, because one of the things they don't realize is from the point Parliament was dissolved to announce the regional and general elections, there was no government at that point in time because everything is dissolved. We just had the president as the leader of the Cooperative Republic for that period, and his powers are seriously limited during that period until elections is over.
Yes.
So a lot of people do not even understand the basic running of their country, and this is why I'm sometimes very appalled and shocked that people make certain types of comments or say certain types of things. Now, the other part of this that I want to personally deal with, where it says the government of Guyana has been targeting anyone it deems to be against, especially when the person is seen with someone considered as an enemy. Now, I'll show you in just one short thing why this could not be. We all know DJ Magnum for years has not been a supporter of the PPP or the ruling party of the day. And we saw yesterday, although over time his rhetoric has changed, yesterday he was at State House congratulating Dr. Irfan Ali on his win. And again, his second term as president of Guyana. And a lot of people have come out and said, oh, he's been saying a lot of negative things about the president. Why is he there shaking his hand? So, these are some of the stuff that's amazing, because when somebody says that the government is then targeting individuals, and then you see an individual who was definitely up in arms for many years against the government, and then he has now come to shake the president's hands to show that level of respect. And the president did not refuse to even have him at State House or shake his hand. What does that say to those people who have this kind of ideology? And again, this is why I pointed this out when people send me these types of messages. Because again, could you show me the evidence that the ruling party is targeting people? Because if this guy, who's pretty popular, who is managed by somebody who works with the government, and he was against the government for years, why would they want to shake his hand again? Why would they even allow him into State House if they were targeting people or targeting individuals?
So let me answer that too, right? Let me give my 2 cents.
Go ahead.
On that part, I do think she have some truth to it, right? But again, it is not the government targeting individuals. It is a specific political party targeting individuals. And in this case is the leading party that she's speaking about. So let's give Jackie. There's some truth to that. Individuals in that party do target individuals. This is why we and Ramson don't have a relationship, because of his lack of understanding. Right? This is why we also have a understanding or a love, or at least I do, what Minister Edgel was doing in his area of work, right? I could also say the same for the Prime Minister. I am on the ledge with the Ministry of Education. I could say I like what the Minister of Tourism was doing. I'm on the ledge with other ministries. I could say I am positive move for agriculture, but I'm on the ledge with other ministries. You understand me? So it is not the government, it is individuals in the political party that unfortunately makes up government. So you can't bundle everything together. You have to separate it. And I think this is what people need to understand in Guyana. The government is not targeting you. The government could never target you. And if they do, your job is to show up at the U.S. Embassy and report them, or show up by the British High Commission, or contact you. You have freedom. Nobody is stopping you from fleeing your country. If, like Melly Mel did, if you feel you're being persecuted politically, you have the freedom.
Like I mentioned, there's the UNDP, there's the CARICOM Secretariat. All those people you can lodge complaints at.
And these people will open an investigation. So for you to say the government is targeting, it is important to understand the English language is a fairly new and corrupt language, right? One thing would mean another. So you have to make sure when certain things, put out statements, especially in the public, that it's correct in all manner, or it's direct.
Yeah, but
more than correct.
I'd use the word I'd use the word politically correct there, because we see this on several occasions, bro, and this is the thing that is really like, I would say, I would use the word troubling and divisive, because if you like us, we have had one minister which we have seen his attitude. We have exhausted every measure of patience and, going to meet with an individual. And we clearly see that, listen, this individual has a problem. So we got evidence to prove that, listen, this is how you operate. You're not operating based on what the president has said to the nation. And at that time, when President Ali got into power for his first term, he said the government of Guyana will always have an open door policy to everyone, to work with everyone to build a better Guyana. In that case, he stated one Guyana. Now, when we attempted to have several meetings over years with the then Minister of Culture, Charles Ramson, we realized that he has an issue with dealing with us, because there's a particular thing that we are lobbying for, which is the IP law issue. And he did not want to face us or deal with that particular issue. So he made sure, by any means necessary, that he wiggled away from having any interaction with us so we can ask the questions, or we can have a meeting with him regarding that. So that was the major issue with that. And I do agree with you there. Some members, like I said before, and you said it as well, some members of the government have to understand that that is not the way a government is run. And people have to stop lumping individuals all together and saying, oh, that's the government, that's not the way they behave. No, that's not the way they behave. All right? So we want to go to the other issue, because, of course, time flies, just about 32 minutes after the hour in the rush. I want to deal a little bit with the, this unfortunate incident that has happened, where a social media influencer, Lola Doll, and, of course, aspiring artist in Guyana, has got shot 8 times, you know, and it's it's so funny in Guyana that instead of people focusing on the fact that, hey, something really terrible has happened, they need to cooperate with the police in order to get the investigation, get all the information in on that investigation. People are actually talking about if she survives, she can be the next Tupac or 50 Cent.
I mean, greatest
That's
of all
their
time.
concept. Right. That's their concept. I mean, I understand that happening after she survives.
Mhm.
All right. Because you can be the Tupac, not unless it's the Tupac when he got shot on the boulevard. And that was the last time he got shot. So we still have to be mindful of the things we say and put on social media. And I don't think a lot of individuals have. Some people say, okay, we're empathetic. Yes, we show empathy. But really, are they empathetic, or is just about an agenda that some people just want to push? Because I've seen that shooting move from one angle to the next. People even started to blame the government at one point in time. That said, because Lola was vocal against the government, they probably set up a hitman. And of course, we know nothing of the sort is so, because now the Guyana Police Force has put out a bulletin and has apprehended a young man who is one of the individuals sanctioned by the US government. And he is the person that is, allegedly on camera committing the act. So I'm wondering if our people are, if they're really looking at the information, or people are just dreaming up what they want, or people are just coming up with their own narratives, which in many cases makes absolutely no sense. Because why would you want to come up with a narrative like the government did that? Why would they need to do that, though?
This is, again, individual having lack of understanding. But I think we are so confused, and we like this stupidness that we just say whatever comes to be brain. You understand? We don't really and truly think about it. We just say it. So Lola Doll's situation is a very unfortunate one. It will also go down in history for the entertainment people, right? I think this is the only one we've seen in this magnitude, especially if she lives to tell the story.
Yeah.
Right? But what I do hope, and I've said it multiple times, the music business is not for the weak. It is not a regular business.
No.
Right? I'm not saying the music business caused what's happening, but it kind of have a part to play because of the music and the hype and the needs them and everything who wants attention. She now have to go out her way to give this attention, which means doing and saying whatever she please, right? Or whatever she think is free and fair, just to keep others entertained. Now, based on that alone, it is a struggle for her. Now, I am looking at this young lady as a mother, and I'm saying, man, she's dealing with a lot. And I think we had the discussion in the background also. She's dealing with a lot. She's not a first-time mother. I think this is her third time. She's her third child she have. So, but it's fairly new all over again because every pregnancy is different, right? So she's now dealing with postpartum depression. She's dealing with being an artist, which is a lot. She's dealing with being an entrepreneur, running her businesses, keeping up with social media, everything. And she really and truly haven't stopped. Even during pregnancy, I remember seeing her perform pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Days before hospital, I believe.
Actually, no, it was the day before giving birth. She was on stage.
Well, good. Which shows she's strong. But at the same time, this is a young lady who haven't taken a break yet. After birth, she went back into, go mode. She have not stopped and say, well, all right, let me relax. Let me sit down. Let me come off of social media I mean, of course, again, the business, the moment you choose to do that, you're kind of losing because it's like you just disappear. You 15 minutes of or 15 seconds of fame gone. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, she needs to take a rest, or she needed to take a rest. She's been beefing with this person and that person. It is good for the entertainment, but it is not good for her health. It is not good for her well-being and the individuals around her, as we've seen now. Of course, it is said that she's mixed up into a bunch of different things, and that is yet to be verified or not. But I mean, this is where we are today.
Well, for me, those things will come after. Those things will come after. Whatever people think she mixed up in, whatever I think she mixed up in, whatever other people believe she's mixed up in, those things go on the back burner.
Correct.
If people are talking about empathy and stuff like that, those things gotta go on the back burner. Let that person live. Then we could deal with all the other issues while they live in.
Yes.
All right. It's a crazy thing in Guyana where we would believe that, okay, I mean, even if I am, and this is from my personal view, even when I'm very extremely upset with somebody who I classify to be acting in a certain manner, and they are in a position where they're hospitalized and they need care and all of that, why would I still be sending negative energy towards them? I can give that a pause, because at that time you need to heal, and nobody needs to be thinking all kinds of negative things about you. That person needs to heal and get well. When they get well and they come back on the scene, that is when we could now go at it again. We have to learn this as human beings. And we have to learn that even if we dislike an individual, in certain circumstances, we got to put our dislike and all of that aside.
Yeah.
And look at everybody as a human being. Because if you were in that very position, whether you caused that on yourself or it was just a random thing, you would want the same level of empathy from everybody. So
I would hope.
we as Guyanese, we as Guyanese really have to, we got to grow our minds, and I'm so glad that, in the president's inauguration speech, he talks about, a lot of things, especially mental health in Guyana. They're going to be creating spaces for individuals to, a matter of fact, it says training spaces to be available across 4 regions in the next 6 weeks. It's all about planning and training and, opening the mind to the new opportunities that Guyana has, instead of keeping your mind in this, I don't know, myopic state where all you can think about is if something is not handed to you, then you're upset. I don't think that is the way the world works. And nowhere else in the world people believe that works either. All right? So we have to grow our mindset as Guyanese. We have to, like you mentioned earlier, a lot of these older folks, they still have a lot of this whole racial bias in them. We got to dispel those things, because it's not going to allow our country to grow. And if we want that golden arrowhead to shine, we all have to contribute to this country.
Yeah.
Like Robert Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you could do for your country. That's more important. Exactly. And contributing to nation building is ever so important for this nation. Sometimes, not every day you're going to get up and you're going to want a nation built, because, everybody's mood doesn't remain constant, But try to keep in the back of your mind that that's the intent. That's the direction. Because every day I don't get up in the mood and want to talk positive stuff. And lots of days I'm in a really fit of anger. Because when I see very simple things that I believe that people, regardless of what level of intelligence or where you went to school, common sense is common. It should be common, I should say. Common sense
It
should
should
be
be,
common.
brother.
You know?
It should be. It's not
But when
always
it ain't
common, eh?
common, yeah, I'm telling you, but when it ain't common, it really throws you off. When you see individuals acting in a certain manner, and you're wondering why would you even say stuff like this? Why would you want to be divisive? Why would you want to use language and ideas that divide us as a people? And overall, that's what I wanted to, I really wanted to say today, Monday, Motivational Mondays. And on a Monday, we have the hard talk. We got to motivate our people, whether in Guyana or worldwide, and of course, motivate the world today, Monday. We got to wrap it up for today. Martin, your final words, my bro.
Well, I think I want to go back to the quote, right? And let that be my final words. Give me 1 second. Let me pull that back up.
Yeah.
And the quote reads, "The success of others should inspire you. The moment it depresses you or makes you angry, you have allowed your evil desires to conquer you." I think that would actually be my final words. Of course, I'm pulling it from the President Ali currently, but let that sink in, right? The success of others should inspire you. The moment it depresses you or makes you angry, you have allowed evil desires to conquer you. That is it, brother.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, Dr. Irfan Ali really did a profound quote for today, Monday. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms, Gem Networks, Gem Radio, Majestic Music Radio, of course, our social media pages as well. Stay glued to the station, slamfm.co.uk, Majestic Music Radio, my exclusive radio, Cut and Clear Radio, 102.3, 96.7 Triple R Radio, and Studio M. You know how we do it, Monday to Friday, 1 to 4 in the UK, 8 to 11 in the USA, Canada, Guyana, and the Caribbean. We got to get out of here until tomorrow. Remember, if you're driving, do drive safely. Look out for those not looking out for you. And again, ask not what your nation could do for you, but what you could do for your nation. And when I say nation, the great nation of Guyana, South America, the only English-speaking nation on the continent down here. Gotta leave you. One people, one nation, one destiny. Check us out tomorrow for Tantalizing Tuesdays. We're going to have some real tantalizing topics for the couples, for the man and the woman. Until tomorrow, love your world, love you, Guyana. We out of here.
This is a warning, my people. Watch how you are seek, watch how you are look. Cause some of the things that you may find can work against you. I know, cause I've been searching to find. I couldn't find nobody like you, so nobody could have loved me like you do. I've been searching to find. Nobody can do it like you. Nobody. First things first, can I make my boast in you? Jesus, Elohim, can I mention the things that you do? Fierce, you keep on chanting for your people in the spirit, just so we can cut the earth rib. You're making intercessions for we to your Father. I write him say, hold on, Daddy. I know how they feel, touched by the feelings of their infirmities. Eh? Don't take them out of the earth, I beg your pardon. So I tell you I seek when you're searching to find. I couldn't find nobody like you, so nobody couldn't love me like you do. I've been searching to find. Nobody can do it like you. Nobody. Remember I was there in the furnace when them blaze it up 70 times 7. Just for your sons, yes, you made a way. You showed up, so the fire couldn't burn them, couldn't consume them. Even though the wicked man, them try to school them. For this cause of the cross, yes, you sent me the price you paid. Oh, gosh, him say, hold on, daddy. Don't take them out yet. There's some people in the earth and they're making those steps for you. Don't take them out of the earth, I beg your pardon. So I tell you a secret when you're searching, searching to find. I couldn't find nobody like you. Said nobody couldn't love me like you do. I've been searching to find. I couldn't find nobody like you, nobody. So brother man stand firm in his might and in his glory. All the part him said before he. And if them tell you that you can't, tell them that you can. One go tell you like a story. Said he's boasting on us in the earth from way up on his throne. Capture his thoughts and let it be known that there's a great high priest interceding for we. Oh gosh, him say hold on, daddy. I know how they feel. I've been touched by the feelings of their infirmities. Eh? Don't take them out of the earth, I beg your pardon. So I tell you a secret when you're searching to find. I couldn't find nobody like you. So nobody couldn't love me like you do. I've been searching to find. Nobody can do it like you. Nobody. Ah, yes. Brother man, watch how you are sick. Brother man, watch how you are sick. Alright then. Brother man, watch how you are sick. Brother man, watch how you are sick.
One man know me. This is just a part of the grind for me to go greater, greater, greater. This is what comes before, goes before, comes before greater. Trying to find a one man me sick. All this pain wanna make me quit. I won't stop till I get my fix. Why you think I done made this trip? I heard that you can make me fit. They say that you can make me lit. Why you sending me to this river? How much times you gonna make me dip? One time for my arrogance, two times for my pride, three for idolatry, four for the pain that I'm trying to hide, and 5 is for my vision, 6 to fix my destiny, 7's just to show me processing is necessary. Know this, even if you find buried in the valley, I am not wasting my time. Oh, He is working on me. This is just part of the grind for me to go greater, greater, greater. This what comes before greater, greater, greater. You never let me fall. You hear me when I call. You rolling, lift the rub of my head. You never let me fall. You hear me when I call. No, you rolling, lift the rub of my head. You never let me fall. You hear me when I call. Lift the rub of my head.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He lead me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff shall comfort me. Thou prepared the table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
Only I can tell you about the pains I feel. Only I can tell you about the life I live. Only I can tell you about the pains I feel. Only I can tell you about the life I live. From the day I was born, I never had a happy one. But now the Almighty bless me with my first son. All the walk I've been walking, yet I never run. Him give me the voice, yeah, to do his works. Believe in yourself and in the most high God. Him guide and protect me on this road I tread. I'm more life, I don't wanna be no fallen soldier. Angel, come over and sing. Holy I can tell you about the pains I feel. Only I can tell you about the life I live. Only I can tell you about the pains I feel. Only I can tell you about the life I live. I'm from a place while growing up we never had much. A place where they get to youth have the rubber grip clutch. Yeah, if you watch your step or you can get your face bust. Ask God for guidance, yeah. Though things may rough, there will be better days. And if you're wicked, change your dirty ways, yeah. I can tell you about the Most High, and the Most High can tell you about me. Holy I can tell you about the pains I feel. Only I can tell you about the life I live. Only I can tell you about the pains I feel. Only I can tell you about the life I live. From the day I was born, I never had a happy one. But now the Almighty bless me with my first son. All the walk I've been walking, yet I never run. Him give me the voice, yeah, to do his works. Believe in yourself and in the Most High God. Him guide and protect me on this road I tread. I'm more life, I don't wanna be no fallen soldier. Angel, come over and sing. Holy I can tell you about the pains I feel. Only I can tell you about the life I live. Only I can tell you about the pains I feel. Only I can tell you about the life I live. Only I can tell you about the pains I feel. Only I can tell you about the life I live. Only I can tell you about the pains I feel. Only I
2, 3,
yeah. 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 Promise, I say yeah. Walk away if you want to. Can even run if you want to. You can't run from your heart, yeah. And you can't stop what you want to. And you can't do what you want to do. You can't run away from yourself. Yeah. Jah help me to deliver now. The lightning in the words when me yaki ya know. To the small and the bigger now. Tell me what them figure now. I see them all in for peace, but not justice. Snacky ya know duties, it's no fun again. Easy cash, blood money, it a run again. Big gunman down tongue again. Trigger happy cowboy. The West can't be one again. I want to some of them. Walk away if you want, yeah. Can even run if you want. Hey, you can't run from your heart, yeah. And I mean, say, you can't have what you want to. Ooh, do just what you want to do. You can't run away from yourself. Yeah, Rastafari on the hill again. With me children, planting the food, cause just said the selfie till again. Times hard, but youths, you have to chill again. Can't go bother with the crime, gun violence, and blood spill again. I know you can't afford to bring it in now.